Well, that's just selected. By that time, I was in Wisconsin, had a farm. I loved the scenery, loved the outdoors, and I was getting the itch to do a science fiction picture or some kind of feature film that would still be timely and where I could take advantage of all the surroundings. And my wife and I kind of pounded the floor and wrote a story and wrote the script for it. It had to be cheap, low budget, talent in it that is accessible to me in the general area, which, as you know, came from the University of Wisconsin most of the time, and take advantage of the local scenery and locations.
Well, you seem to be doing all right so far.
The back 40 of the farm was open fields with little hills, and I envisioned these balloons, these pods that were extraterrestrials, of course, just floating down all of these hills over the snow. And we did get that footage. Problem is, you can't find it. I may have it in some old cans that are still in a shed of 16 original footage that we never looked at. I never forget I had to build that crazy saucer on the hill myself. It was made out of sticks and plastic sheeting. Yeah, again, a lot of footage didn't get into the picture because I didn't have any flatbed editing tables at the ranch at that time. So we decided to go to Germany and have it done there. And it may have been that not all the footage made it over there. Even though I thought at the time we had packed everything that we had up, but because even today there's some scenes missing. But that was the production value scenes. But in the meantime, it turned out, as you know, the red light was the big mystery. And I think that happened just by accident, because we didn't have anything else to push, so we used the red light. And Jack Willoughby, my cameraman, he and I came up with that idea. Let's just put more emphasis and more importance on the red light. And Jack was so proud in that show that we shot one scene. The only lighting in the whole scene was a matchbook, lighting a match. I'll show you how we light this set. Give me a matchbook, he said, and that lit the scene.
Dr. Frankenstein.
Well, Jack had considerable background in Hollywood as a camera operator, and he was the operator on the original Battle of the Bulge, and lots of credit. So Jack had one heck of a lot of experience. We were the closest friends. We had traveled together pretty much all over the world. We'd been in Hawaii together shooting, and in Greece and Germany, France. So when he came to Wisconsin, he loved it. We didn't have much money. We sure had a lot of good amenities. Everybody's treated well and had fun on the set, and that's what made it happen. I loved it because we had total freedom to do anything and everything, because we had so much cooperation. Everybody helped. And it was a tough winter, too. So it wasn't quite easy. It wasn't easy in the equipment or the people working. So we were pretty much out in the cold all the time. It wasn't easy. But the winter scenery is what impressed most of the viewers afterwards. They just loved the scenic value of it. As you know, there wasn't a hell of a lot of production value in it, except the little effects in the airplane and a couple of cherry bombs, people running all through Warsaw with smoke bombs.
I'm the last living thing on the face of the earth.
I don't remember how we got Paul, but Paul turned out to be terrific. He actually kept the show going. And throughout the career and the studio days, he was always welcome and in demand to come back.
On second thought, let him.
Nick Holt, that was also a referral through someone, I don't remember who it was, because we needed that actor and we needed somebody in that part. And Nick was it, and he did come from Chicago. He had done some commercial work, but he had never had any theatrical experience. Invasion from Inner Earth gave him enough credits he took off for Hollywood and became one of the lead actors in Battlestar Galactica. And unfortunately, a few years later, he was riding a bicycle somehow. He got hit and got killed in Los Angeles.
What if there is someone out there? Doesn't make any difference to me.
There were some things happening on the set with the key investor and some of the cast members. I can't go into that, but for some reason, the investor had control of the negative. And I remember something went to Denver or Colorado for an opening. And from there on, that's when the titles changed. And all of a sudden, it was Invasion from Inner Earth instead of The Selected. But it went on to be, and then it became, in the pirated version, were other titles like They, which I still don't know anything about. Who did it? It was just a bunch of cool piracy.
Well, so much for the red light.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I never went to film school. I thought I was ready to tackle almost anything. My meetings with Sam Arkoff and Jim Nicholson at American International Pictures offered me the break that I needed to go on and make some real features. And I blew it because I didn't like one of the scripts. Although, for years after that, after I made a couple more pictures, Sam Arkoff became a very close friend and a mentor to me. But by that time, I was on a roll of doing one picture after another. So in those days, any distributor in Hollywood, big, medium, or small, it was a different mentality. It was always looking for some person that seemed to have some guts and balls to get into the industry and do something right. Maybe that had something to do with it. I was totally independent, just doing my own thing. But for some reason, they picked up on it. You know, I haven't seen that picture since it was made. I don't think I ever looked at it after that, after it got released, because there's so many mistakes, so many deficiencies. But it was a fun picture. It was fun to make. Cold, a lot of hard work, but we didn't open it. We were lucky to open it in Warsaw, in the Grand Theater in Warsaw. And I haven't heard anybody say anything super bad over it, so I was very happy.